Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, to all my beloved students. So today we will continue our class session with new things, that is Ogive. Okay, so Ogive is actually also known as a cumulative frequency curve. Okay, before we learn on the Ogive, so we need to learn first on the cumulative distributions. Okay, so actually the cumulative distribution is a cumulative frequency that is accumulate with other frequency progressively. So in order to derive the cumulative frequency or to calculate the cumulative frequency, so you need to add up the frequency for each class. Okay, step by step. Okay, row by row. Okay, for examples, okay, this is the two things that you will always see or given in the questions. Okay, so we refer to the question, so it's very easier for you to understand. Okay, normally the question will give you this class interval and frequency. Okay, so to put the cumulative distribution, so you need to put on the next column. Okay, normally it's like that. Okay. Alright, so here you can see that for the first class 1 to 6, okay, the frequency is 20 and the cumulative frequency also 20. Okay, for the next class, okay, the frequency is 35. However, the cumulative frequency is 55. So how to get this? Okay, it is actually calculated by combining these two frequencies. Okay, so to get 55 cumulative frequency, so you need to add up 20 plus 35. Alright. So next is for the class in the third class, okay, third class interval, okay. So you can see the cumulative frequency is 80. The frequency is 25. How to get this? Alright. So it is actually combining, okay, the result from the combination of 20, 35 and 25. Okay, so for the next columns, the cumulative frequency is 120. So to calculate this, you need to combine this information, 20 plus 35 plus 25 plus 40. So the same things, the same process that you need to do for the rest. Okay. So the rule of thumb is the total cumulative frequency must be similar to the total frequency. So here you can see that the total frequency is 175, and then the cumulative frequency also 175. If you get a difference, okay, cumulative frequency with the total frequency, maybe there's slightly a problems in your calculation, so you need to check that. Alright, so then we jump to Ogive. Okay, so Ogive actually has been discussed before, is also known as a cumulative frequency curve. Okay, it is a graph or a line chart. Okay, it is in the form of lines. Okay, line chart of a cumulative frequency distributions. There are two types of ogive, which are less than and more than. Okay, less than ogive is an increasing function where it is rises to the right like this. Okay, so this is a normal view, okay, of less than ogive. Okay, it is rises to the right. For more than ogive, it will falls to the right. It is like this. Okay, it is opposite to less than ogive. Okay, so this is the only things that you should know first on the introduction of ogive. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna learn on how to do ogive. Okay. Okay, normally question will give you information of class intervals and frequencies. So the first thing that you need to do is to to calculate the class boundaries. Okay, so for first class interval 1 to 6, So the class boundaries is 0.5 to 6.5. Okay, and then that's 7 to 12. The class boundaries is 6.5 to 12.5. Alright, so the next things that you need to do is less than columns. Alright, less than columns is very important for you to clearly understand, because if you misunderstood these things, so you will do a wrong things. Okay, a wrong graph of Ogive. Okay, so because of sometimes students a little bit confused whether to use and a lower boundaries or an upper boundaries. Okay, actually that is not an issue. Okay, um, if you, that's not an issue if you know how to read um, the less than tables. Okay, all right. So first we look on the first class interval 1 to 6. So the class boundary is 0.5 to 6.5. Okay, so how to read the how to write the less than tables. Okay, so the how to read the data is there any data less than 0.5? Okay, is there any data less than 0.5? So the answer is no. No data, no frequency less than 0.5 given for this data. Okay, because it is in the range of 1 to 6 or 0.5 to 6.5. So there is no frequency given below 0.5 or less than 0.5. However, less than 6.5, yes. Okay, given it is 20. Okay, less than 12.5, yes, given it is 35. Less than 18.5, yes, given it is 25. So you can do the same things to the rest. Okay, so if you finish identify the less than data, okay, then you need to do a cumulative frequency. Okay, add up these columns. Okay, like the examples given before, how to calculate the cumulative frequency. Okay, then that's it. Enough, so you can draw your ogive. Okay, ogive graph. Okay, however, some people's, when the ogive is hanging, because this ogive will be hanging because of the data will start at 20. So the ogive will be hanging, not connect to the x-axis. Alright, so some people's they will see it as a problems. Okay, or people don't like this because it is hanging. Okay, to make it not hanging, to make it nice and beautiful, to make it connect to the x-axis. Okay, so you can adapt another row of less than 0.5, and we assume the frequency is 0 and the cumulative frequency is 0. So now your ogive graph will be intersecting with the x-axis. Started at 0, okay, and it is start actually at x-axis. Okay, so now the ogive is looks nice, beautiful and perfect. Okay, so let's look on how to draw the ogive. Okay, as usual, you need to do y-axis and x-axis. Don't forget to label the y-axis and also x-axis. Alright, so then you can plot it, okay, one by one. Okay, for examples, for 0 less than 0.5, okay, 0 frequency, 6.5, 20, okay, follows by 55, 80, 120, 140, 155, 165, and the last one is 175. Okay, then start to drag it. Yes. Okay, do a line. Okay, a curved line. So it will be like this. But maybe yours is more nice compared to mine. Okay, so it depends if you have a very good handwriting skills to draw. Okay, maybe your line will be more nice, okay, compared to me. Okay, so then this is your ogive. It's very easy, so no more confusing after this. Okay, all right, so from this ogive, okay, there are several data that you can get from this ogive. Okay, for examples, a quartile. Okay, or normally we denote it as Q1, Q2, medians, or Q3. Okay, so I will show you here how to get a Q1, Q2, Q3. All right. Okay, so that's very easy. So the first thing that you need to calculate is the location of the quartile. Okay, so we use the example of first quartile. Okay, so for the first quartile, to identify the locations, the formula is 1 over 4 times 175. 175 is actually the total frequency or total cumulative frequency. Okay, so now we got a 43.75. Okay, this is the location. So where is the location? All right, it is here. Approximately. Okay, this is just an estimations because of yeah, as you know, you need to use graph paper in order to draw a very good ogive, a very what we call it as a concise. Okay, all right, so this is the location of first quartile. Okay, Q1. Okay, just drag. Okay, drag it to the line of ogive line. Okay, then you drag to the x-axis. So here is your Q1. Okay, so next step is to identify Q2, or we call it as a median. Alright, so how to calculate this? Okay, it is 1 over 2 times 175, the location. First, we identify the location of Q2. So the location is 87.5. Okay, it is here. Just drag, and you will get Q2. So the last quartile, Q3. Okay, find out the location first. 3 over 4 times 175, so we'll get 131.25. So here is the location. Just drag, and this is your Q3. Okay, what if the data not required you to derive the ogive graph? Do you still can get the Q1, Q2, and Q3? Okay, the answer is yes, but you need to use the formula. Okay, so on the next slides, I will teach you on how to calculate the Q1, Q2, and Q3 without ogive graph. Okay, so this is the examples of how to calculate Q1, Q2, and Q3 without using ogive. Okay, so first we look on the Q1. Alright, so this is the information given: class intervals, frequency, and cumulative frequency. So the first things that you need to do is identify the locations. Okay, the location is n over 4, or 1 over 4 times 175. Okay, it seems. So this is the formula in order to get Q1. So you need to add the formula is L1 plus N over 4 minus F1. The capital letter F is for cumulative frequency and the small letter f is for frequency. Okay, so F1, the capital letter is cumulative frequency. Okay, divide with F1, which is frequency of quarter 1 class. Okay, and C1 is a class size. Okay, so you need to times. Alright, so this is the calculations exactly. Okay, so first you need to calculate the location, identify the location. So here I give you the examples. Okay, 175 divide with 4, so the location is 43.75. So in the class where it is here. Okay, it is here. 43.75 is under this cumulative frequency. And then we convert the formula into, we insert the numbers into formula. Okay, so L1 is lower limits of the Q1 class. So the lower limit is 7 because of the class interval is 7 to 12. So the lower limit is 7. Okay, so N divide by 4. Okay, just use the upper results of the location 43.75 minus F1. Okay, cumulative frequency before that. It is 20. So divide with cumulative frequency, your cumulative frequency. So it is 35 times with 5. So the result is 10.39 for Q1. Okay, let's look on the 2. Okay, the same question, the same examples. Okay, so the formula will be slightly different, whereby you can see the difference on the how to calculate the locations. The rest is same. Okay, so now the examples on the exact numbers when you insert in the formula. Alright, so first we need to obtain the location. So 175 divide with 2, or 1 over 2 times 175. So we will get 87.5. So where it is here. Alright, so just insert the numbers into formula. So where is the lower limit for this class? It is 19. So the N over 2 is 87.5. The cumulative frequency before is 80 and the frequency it is 40. The class interval is 5. The class size is 5, and then just, okay, you need to settle all in the columns times with 5, then add up with 19. So the result is 19.94. Okay, same goes to the Q3, the last one, still using the same examples. Okay, the formula also similar, so the things change only on the Q3. Of course, you need to use a class 4 quarter 3, and then first of the location. Okay, the formula is 3n over 4, or 3 over 4 times 175, like that. Okay, so this is the examples exactly. Okay, when you put the numbers, okay, insert the numbers for the formula, from the formula. Okay, so 3n means that 3 times 175. Okay, then you get 525 divide with 4. So the locations now is for quarter 3 is 100, and okay, you need to change the Q1 here is Q3 actually. 131.25. So here is the location. Alright, okay, so just insert the L. Okay, lower limits is 25. The N is 131.25. The cumulative frequency before is 120. The frequency is 20 times with the size class. Okay, class size is 5. Okay, so just calculate this, so we'll get 27.81. That's very easy. Okay. So maybe this one you can use, this formula you can use to counter check your answer. So the result will be almost similar. Maybe it is not exactly similar, but it is almost similar. Alright, so I think this is in the end of our JIVE sessions. So hopefully that you clearly understand this, and good luck for you. Okay, especially for those who are not yet complete their exercise. So because of I hope that this slide will help you a lot. Okay, thank you all, okay, for give a good cooperation to listen on this.